WWE really don't care about their future. First they release Bray Wyatt, and now Ric Flair. I don't understand this logic. WWE are getting rid of the youth? Ric Flair still had so much to prove, and that's not the only issue. Ric Flair is going to be a father. You heartless monsters. But don't worry, WWE are gonna be a bit more open when it comes to releases because we finally got a timer until the next WWE release. And I hope it's gonna be that freaking doll. I'm watching Raw, it's going fine, it's kinda sufferable, but then I see this and I realize I'm way too old for this. I'm only 22, but by God, if you're over 10, it's impossible not to cringe. What is going on, people? Welcome to another episode of Greatness of Raw. And don't be shy, just click that like button. Grow your cockajumbo to the moon. That's what we do on this channel. We entertain, we grow peepees, and we're adults watching dolls. So during this episode, we heard a lot of We Want Wyatt chants. We heard a lot of CM Punk chants. It happened in Chicago. You know, it's a very hot crowd. So obviously that was expected. And, you know, it was a very bad timing for the WWE. I'm just kind of disappointed in the audience. You're watching Tamina in the ring and you have the audacity to chant for CM Punk? Are you out of your mind? Are you crazy? You're getting top tier entertainment on this show. You're watching dolls walking. Have you ever seen in your life a doll walking? I'm just trying to imagine a family watching this. So the Real Raw is back, man, and I did not like the show. I'm sure most of you didn't as well. The crowds didn't really help them. It helped them for 1 week, and that was about it. This Raw kicked off with the WWE Champion Bobby Lashley. The fans are chanting Goldberg. MVP says Goldberg can face Bobby Lashley and get destroyed. That's gonna be the last time you're gonna see Goldberg, or he can, you know, cement his legacy and leave and be remembered as a former multi-time champion or something along those lines. Basically, if this match happens, it won't end well for Goldberg. Goldberg interrupts, and the best thing about this whole thing was the pyro. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty badass. This whole... I like that. I love that. But then he starts talking. Is it me or his delivery is really, really weird? Bobby, I know I can beat you because I'm Goldberg. It doesn't matter if I'm 35, you're not. If I'm 50 or 150. Oh, that's a spoiler right here. We're gonna see Goldberg for a very long time. I'm Goldberg because I'm Goldberg. And I'm gonna stay Goldberg because I was born Goldberg. I have a son. He likes watching me on television. And that's basically what he said. He's gonna kick Bobby's ass because he's Goldberg. We heard a lot of We Want Wyatt chants, understandably so. You know, bad timing. Wyatt got released, and the guy who basically kicked off the show is a guy who buried Wyatt. That's very bad timing, WWE. I don't know who came up with that. That was really expected right here. At SummerSlam, I'm gonna win the WWE Championship. You're next! You know, a very typical promo, but Bobby Lashley didn't accept the challenge yet. After the segment, MVP and Bobby Lashley talked dirty to Goldberg's son. Well, that's not the right way to put it. They didn't talk dirty, they talked crap. Oh, Goldberg's son, when you're gonna be 5 years older, I'm gonna introduce you to them women. That's not what he said. He said, I'm gonna beat your dad or something along those lines. Bobby Lashley decided to pose for the championship. MVP was still talking crap until we saw Spear! Daddy for the save, man! And his son is not really into it. It seems like he was just, you know, rushing back to the locker room. He didn't care about what's happening right here. Dad, you're old. Please retire. Son? But you like wrestling. That's the whole point I returned. You like wrestling. I just want to go back home, Dad. I don't care about this anymore. But son, I'm Goldberg. I was born as Goldberg. Spear, jackhammer, that's me. I'm your dad, Goldberg. Dad, I'm really not into this anymore. I like baseball right now. Son, are you disrespecting legends? Okay, I'm having way too much fun with this, but yeah, it really seems like, you know, Goldberg came back because he wanted to, you know, show his son that he was once a WWE superstar. Right now, I don't think his son cares about it anymore. He just watched a doll walking. He's not really into it anymore. And right now, I think he's paid like $2 million a match. I could be totally wrong right here. That's what I've heard. He came back for the Sun State for the money, which is, whatever. Like I've said many times, I don't mind the match. I don't mind the match because it's going to be stressful, it's going to be interesting to see, and it's going to be short. I'm pretty sure about that. And, if this leads to Bobby Lashley defeating Goldberg, leading to Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar, dude, I'm all in. I'm all in. It's just that Goldberg's rivalries don't really make any sense. He's like, I gotta shut you up. Why would you care, Goldberg? Why would you? He never challenged you. He never talked crap about you. Why did he decide to return in kayfabe? Dad, why are you so angry?
I watched Raw. I saw this Bobby Lashley guy, and he's, all this and all that, and I think he's disrespecting legends. Gotta pump that iron, son. Gotta come back. Because he's next.
Then we saw a 2-on-1 handicap match. Veer and Shanky, your favorite superstars, versus Drew McIntyre on this episode of Monday Night Raw. So we saw the handicap match, which ended in disqualification when Jinder Mahal attacked Drew McIntyre with a steel chair. But Drew McIntyre, let's just say he forgot it's a PG television show. He grabs his sword, and I think he threatened Jinder, Shanky, and Veer. He wanted to, kill them? I don't know. Really? What is happening? What am I watching at this point? And of course, because of this, Jinder says, we're not safe right here, we're leaving. I mean, I'm sure the last time the sword was used during a barbecue to flip burgers, but still, this is PG television. You don't do that, Drew McIntyre. It's kind of interesting how saying some very weak slurs on WWE television is a big no-no, but showing a sword, threatening, yeah, that's about right. That's okay. Which, again, I don't have a problem with that. It's just a bit stupid, It was weird. He also said, I wish I finished the job. Yeah. Drew is going mad. Give him a WWE Championship. I think he's going insane. We saw Nia Jax versus Rhea Ripley, and during this match, we saw Nia Jax being busted open. Yep. Nia, you deserve it. Can we get some you deserve it chants? That's what you get for avoiding a fight with me. We saw a distraction, but Rhea Ripley outsmarted Nia Jax, which is not a very hard thing to do, and she won the match. After the match, we saw some miscommunication, some heat between Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, which led to nothing except for Rhea Ripley hitting her finisher on Nia Jax. It was whatever. At least we know this rivalry is coming. Nia versus Shayna, and hopefully it basically means that Shayna Baszler can be treated like a main eventer again, because this division seriously needs that. We saw Mansoor and Mustafa Ali versus Mace and T-Bar, and I thought we're gonna get the same thing, and while they were still a pretty good team, this time they could not win the match. They got outsmarted by Mace and T-Bar. They won the match, but after the match they decided to attack Mansoor, and even though Mustafa Ali doesn't really want to be in a tag team, he decided to help him and sacrifice himself, which is, again, still good teamwork. It shows that he wants to be in a team with him right now, or at least he's considering it. It's a pretty okay storyline. I mean, I'm kind of into it. They kind of look like a pretty cool tag team, and I don't mind it. We saw Charlotte Flair. She talked about Olympics, and she completely lost me. I'm sorry. I don't really understand what happened right here. I remember hearing Becky Lynch chant, and she responded again. She said, Becky Lynch didn't sold out this arena, I did. She basically said she's gonna beat Nikki in the main event of Raw, then become the champion, whatever. Okay, this is something I don't really want to talk about, but they attacked Alexa from behind, and we saw a dancing doll. Next time someone asks what I'm doing for a living, I'm gonna tell them, yeah, I talk about dolls dancing. I make a review about a show where we see a doll walking. That's not gonna be embarrassing at all. I'm gonna be proud of that. We saw Tamina Snuka versus Doudrop in another dream match you probably wanted to see for a very long time right now. Eva's advice backfired. Tamina won the match, and we saw Alexa saying, and the loser of this match is Eva Marie. Why are we getting the storyline exactly? Why is it so random, uninteresting, and entertaining, and nobody gives a crap? I don't know. As WWE, I'm not making decisions right here. I'm just a guy making videos. I wish I wasn't making a video about this Raw. But you gotta do what you gotta do. We get a bad Raw, at least we get a somewhat funny review. Yeah. Great deal. Great deal, guys. You really want these videos, huh? I should really continue. At this point, I have a temptation to make AEW reviews, if I'm being honest. After watching this Raw, I might as well watch AEW. We got Miz TV with Damian Priest, which was a pretty funny segment, you know. Damian Priest was actually the one who injured the Miz, so Miz obviously has a problem with that. Damian Priest asks, is it your leg or something between them, which actually received a big pop from the crowd. You know, it was a funny little segment. Damian Priest takes out John Morrison and gets the Miz wet, which is not what you think. He actually, well, you know, sprayed him with water. This led to John Morrison versus Damian Priest, another rematch on Monday Night Raw as expected. Damian Priest won the match. Sheamus attacks him, but we got Ricochet. So this turned into a tag team match. Sheamus and John Morrison versus Ricochet and Damian Priest, which was okay, you know, always seeing Ricochet versus Morrison. Still enjoying that. And Ricochet and Damian Priest took the W. The only thing we got from this is that they're kind of, again, teasing Morrison versus The Miz, which is hopefully happening soon. I really want to see that. It should happen at SummerSlam, but I don't know how legitimate is The Miz's injury. Maybe it's just a gimmick right now. I'm not sure, actually. So, you know, basically Damian Priest said, you're being a lackey. You know, The Miz is using you. Lashley says he hopes Goldberg brings his son to SummerSlam so he can watch Lashley annihilate him. So yeah, it's confirmed we're getting that match. I'm shocked. I'm absolutely shocked right here. I had no idea. We saw Omos versus Riddle. Omos got an entrance with his own trons and music. That's good. And Omos actually won the match. And I was hoping for a Randy Orton return right here, you know. I've heard rumors Randy Orton might return, might not. It's kind of fortunate he didn't. I think we never saw Randy Orton in front of a live audience yet. You know? Except for WrestleMania, I think. So that's kind of a shame. I really can't wait to see Randy, and I'm sure he's going to receive a big pop. And I can't wait to see live interactions between Orton and Riddle in front of a crowd. That's what I'm here for. That was the highlight before the crowd's return, and now we don't have them, and the show is suffering really, really bad because of this. Okay, I've just realized something. After watching Raw, obviously I have some brain damage. It happens all the time. Eva Marie actually lost and then attacked the doll. You know, so in case you were wondering, in case you lost some sleep over this, that's the order of the stuff that happened. Okay. We saw the NXT champion Karrion Kross versus Keith Lee again in a match that should not happen because both guys need these W's, but, you know, it's WWE, so another, I don't know, when I look at this, Kross just looks like a generic wrestler number 5 from 2K games. I'm just being honest, man. I've seen some clips of him in NXT. It's like a completely different character. You know, on the main roster, he looks like I've said, a generic superstar number 6. But this time, Keith Lee won the match, and it's just another 50-50 match with no story whatsoever. I don't understand this, man. I really don't understand this. We saw the 24/7 championship match, Reggie versus Akira Tozawa. This was the least interesting thing Reggie did in a while. Akira Tozawa is just cringe, man. I don't understand this gimmick. And Reggie won, and this led to nothing. This was very, very rushed, and yeah, zero entertainment out of this. And of course, we saw the no-holds-barred match, Nikki A.S.H versus Charlotte Flair. Yeah, this was okay, I guess. Not something that I would wait for 3 hours to watch, but whatever, you know. What can I say at this point? We saw some cool spots here and there, and surprisingly, Nikki A.S.H won the match with a very terrible finisher, which I assume is a finisher right now. I don't care, man. I'm sorry. I am sorry, I don't care. Sorry. Maybe I'm just getting spoiled, you know, with all the rumors, Bryan, Punk, and then I gotta watch this garbage. I'm sorry. But that's your Raw review. Nikki won. Fair. Okay, I guess. At least she won. At least as a champion, she won a match which is a bare minimum of what we should expect, honestly. Yeah, that was your Raw. I don't know what I'm doing right here. Did not enjoy the show. Hopefully it gets better. Doesn't look promising though. Something needs to change. Every week I gotta repeat the same thing. Raw wasn't good. Something needs to change. So at least I'm trying to, make these reviews a bit more interesting, a bit more entertaining, a bit more funny. So you guys, don't have to watch me just recapping what happened because you don't care. You've seen it. You didn't like it. You don't want to see that again. So I'm here to basically grow your cockajumbos. And I'm here to entertain you. Again, am I a hero? Yes, I would say yes. I would say yes. Thank you for watching this video. The Great One, peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.